Hey YouTube, happy 4th of July to all of my fellow Americans. Go blow stuff up, but be safe about it. Don't drink and drive and all that good stuff. And in honor of the 4th, I went ahead and wore the cowboy hat today because, you know, America, and my hair just kind of gave up on me today. But we're not going to talk about that. What we are going to talk about is Annapolis Comic Con, which was a comic book convention I went to last Saturday, just on a whim. I found it through an ad on Facebook, and it was Friday night, and I looked at my husband. I was like, dude, there's a comic book convention happening in Annapolis tomorrow. Do you want to go? And he was like, sure. Fuck it, why not? So we decided to go to this comic book convention. I did cosplay. I did use my Poison Ivy glamorized cosplay / burlesque costume thing. I have a video about the wig I used for that costume. I have a video about the dress I used for that costume. So yes, videos everywhere. Go watch them after you watch this. But that costume ended up taking honorable mention at the costume contest, which is pretty good considering that the guy who won was this Jedi who, oh my goodness, his costume was like dead on. It was awesome, and the people who beat me were like a really good Joker, and then there was another person who was dressed as something from old Teen Titans comic books, so couldn't really beat that, but I was happy to get honorable mention. And I liked it because it was a teeny tiny convention, so there wasn't any of the pretentiousness that you've been seeing in big cons lately. Like, if I tried to enter my store-bought Poison Ivy cosplay in a larger convention, they would laugh me out of the room because they're like, oh, your cosplay has to be 100% homemade, and I can't sew to save my life. So it was nice to actually be able to participate in a cosplay contest and actually kind of, you know, sort of win something, but not really. And it was just organized enough without being too organized where you felt forced into things. And there was a little dealer room that was all local artists, local, you know, shops and stuff. And I ended up getting a bunch of stuff. So, well, my husband and I both ended up getting a bunch of crap. So I'm going to show you. First things first, the t-shirt I am wearing right now. As you can see, it is a playoff of the Ramones logo, only it's hobbits, and it's got 4 popular little Lord of the Rings hobbit names on it. I love it. This is from a t-shirt company called T-24. T spelled T-E-E, not just the letter T. You can go to their website, t-24.com, or just go shop.t-24.com. They have hundreds and hundreds of designs, and they're all nerd culture. They're all really funny. My husband ended up getting a shirt that looks like it's got the American Eagle logo on it, so it's like the eagle, only there's a little silhouette of a wizard riding the eagle, and it says Middle-earth Outfitters, and my sister thought it was hilarious. And they're really funny, really awesome people, so I highly recommend you go to their website, check it out, buy yourself a t-shirt. I think these were like $15. It's crazy. Super cheap, super awesome. So, now we get into the nitty-gritty of comic books. There was a local comic book shop there called Third Eye Comics. They have locations all over the East Coast as far as I know, but I know there are 2 in Maryland alone. And one of them is pretty close to here. It's in Annapolis, and it was right down the street from the convention. And they were the main sponsors of the convention, so they had the biggest booth. And we ended up picking up quite a few things. The first 4 comic books, where's the 4th one? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. The first 4 comic books were something that my husband picked up because my husband is a huge Borderlands fan. And if you guys are a fan of the Borderlands video games, Borderlands and Borderlands 2, I'd like to introduce you to Borderlands comic books. Yay! I hope you can see all of that beyond the glare. But I'll show you each and every one of them. IDW is the publishing company who released these. They're called Borderlands Origins. There's the one for Roland right here. They have one for each of the 4 characters in the original Borderlands video game. There's one for my personal favorite, Lilith, Bad Elf. There's one for Mordecai right here. And here is finally one for everybody's favorite tank, Brick. And they have one for all 4 of the main protagonists in the first game, and it's basically the origins of each character. Great art, great read. If you're a huge fan of Borderlands, go to Third Eye Comics and pick them up, or you can go to IDW's website and probably pick them up there too. Secondly, and this is for all of my brony brethren out there, all my My Little Pony fans, did you know that My Little Pony has a comic book? It's true, it does. And we have quite a few of them, but we weren't sure exactly which ones we were missing. And we ended up finding, again, this is from IDW, 2 comic books that have Third Eye Comics exclusive covers. They look like this. One of them is the bio series about Twilight Sparkle, so it's an episode of the comic book featuring Twilight Sparkle, and the other one is the Pegasi Equestria Needs You issue, and these are like they're the same comic books that you would see. It's just because Third Eye Comics is a fairly large comic book store, they can get these exclusive covers made. There's nothing else like this. You're not going to find this cover anywhere else except at Third Eye, and there's the Third Eye logo right there on the back as proof that these are exclusive covers. So yeah, if you're a huge My Little Pony fan, go and pick these up. Pretty wicked awesome stuff. And finally, the stuff I ended up getting, that's all my husband's, believe it or not. The stuff I ended up getting, I've been really on a My Chemical Romance kick lately because they broke up and I was shattered to pieces about it, and I've been kind of, you know, getting whatever my grimy little paws could get on that is My Chem related. And a lot of people don't know that the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way, was originally trained as an animator and comic book artist. And I have 2 of his works right here. They were both, I believe, published through Dark Horse. Yeah, they were both published through Dark Horse Books, so you could probably get that on their website. The first one, this was released, oh my goodness, when was this released? A long time ago, like a couple of years ago. But it's a graphic novel called Umbrella Academy. I haven't read this whole thing yet, but just look at that cover art. It is beautiful. And there's a bunch of great art in here, and I can't wait to crack it open and really get into it. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere except for at Third Eye. So, of course, picked a copy up, and this was 18 bucks, which is pretty cheap as far as graphic novels go. And then finally, this is the pièce de résistance, the thing all of my Chem friends are jealous of me about. I managed to get the True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys comic book. The first one just got released not too long ago, and what's more, this is actually the Phantom variant cover. This is a cover of the comic book. It's the same comic book as the one with the original cover. It's got a girl with like purple hair on it, but this one is the Phantom variant. This cover was only released in certain locations on the East Coast, and it's very, very hard to find, and I managed to dig one up at Third Eye and pick it up for $4. Can't beat it. The story is absolutely gripping. It picks up right where the album Danger Days, True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys left off, and so it's like I immediately felt like I was immersed in the story. There was no need for exposition, no need for anything. You just get thrown right into it, and there's spooky things and prostitute robots and all kinds of awesome, awesome stuff. Read this. I can't wait for the next issue to come out. I'm like, oh, give it to me now. But yeah, those are all the comics I bought. Well, we bought, and all of the stuff that we bought. It was a great convention. Can't wait to hopefully go to Otakon this year. I'm hoping to, because it might be the last time I get to go in the next 3 years. So now it's your turn, YouTube. Are you a comic book geek? Are you a brony? Are you a Borderlands fan? Do you relate to any of this? Do you have any t-shirts from T-24? Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite comic book is so I could go and check it out. And I promise I will read and watch everything you post. In the meantime, I'm gonna go veg out and enjoy being an American. Happy 4th, y'all, and I'll see you later. Bye!